Alrighty guys, Zaphara here, owner and creator of ZaphCraft. Today I'm going to give you a tutorial of what our server is all about, give you all the ins and outs here, and hopefully you'll come play with us. So our server is a Spigot 1.10.2 server. Currently that's liable to change as Minecraft changes with us, which means that we have a lot of different plugins and things that we offer here for you, so to make your Minecrafting experience a bit more interesting. To see those plugins, we have 49 of them, all of which do different things that help better your experiences here. Anything from preventing people from getting into your stuff, like Lockette does, so that they can't get into your chests, to anything such as MCMMO, which adds an entirely new aspect to the game, such as leveling up your levels here, so that you can have different abilities, get different treasures from things like digging, that sort of thing. Now, the first thing that you're going to run into here as soon as you get into our server is you're going to be here inside of our spawn area. You're definitely going to have to go over here to our rules section, read our rules, and then accept them. After you do that, you'll be able to get through these portals. This portal here is our exit portal. It'll take you out to our spawn town, which will put you right in front of random teleport plate. So if you want to just randomly go somewhere, you don't want to slowly explore out somewhere, you can go ahead and randomly teleport somewhere in the world. Here's our spawn town. You can actually rent any one of these buildings. So all you'd have to do is right click one of these signs. It'll cost you $2,000 per month that you want to rent that. Our method of money here is actually called scales, so it'd be 2,000 scales per month. Outward from our spawn town, we have our little donor hall here. So anyone who donates to our server will have a non-player character of themselves displayed inside this building. These will have your Minecraft skin, your name, everything. These are all of our current donors along these walls. They're kind of glitching out because I just reloaded the plugin. And we'll also have the most recent donor here. So the most recent donor is Sending the Wolf. They actually purchased it on 9/25/16. Outward from here is just all of our player stuff. So we have all sorts of different things for you to do here. If you like adventure, if you like leveling up, if you like the MMO type games, we have all of that covered for you here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to teach you all of the things that you're going to need to know about our server. All the different things you can do, all of that kind of thing. I mean, we have our optional tutorial in our spawn, which you should definitely check out because there's a secret there waiting for you. But one of the biggest things that we like to offer here is that we have 3 different types of elevator you can use. So you can build actual elevators to your items. So if you don't want to have ladders going everywhere, if you want something to be kind of compact, you can do that. To do this, all you're going to need is a button, the base block of your choice. So it's either iron, gold, or emerald, and you're going to need 2 signs and 2 buttons actually. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your base block. So I'm going to go ahead and put all 3 for you so you can see the difference and how quick they are. Oops. Kind of ignore what's said right there. That's just our MCMMO stuff there. It just tells you that the iron can be used to repair tools and armor, and the salvage anvil, which is the gold block, can be used to turn items and armor back into their components. But that's not important right now. So what you're going to do is, we're going to build up here. So this is your quote-unquote house. Different floors. We're going to make these kind of tall so you can see the difference pretty clearly in the speeds. Now the first thing you're going to do is on the second block up you're going to place your button. I should probably use stone for that because it's kind of hard to see against wood. I didn't really think that out clearly. So if we put some stone on here, and then you just put your sign above that, after you place your signs, we're going to go put our second floor. Now you're going to need a piece of glass too. So we're going to have a piece of glass. We're just going to place it here. This is where our other floor is, so if this were our actual house, it would look something like this, because you wouldn't just have, a random floor like that. So I'll just go ahead and kind of build this out for you, make it more of a house instead of just a random demonstration. So we're going to do the same exact thing that we did underneath. We're going to put our button on the second block up, and we're going to put our sign at the top on the third block up. Now what we're going to do from here is we're going to right click the sign. Oh, accidentally fell. You have to right click the bottom ones too. I forgot to tell you that. So for our iron block, all you do is you stand on the block, hit the button, and you'll travel up. Pretty simple. Try and stay as close to the button as you can. Here's our gold block. Quite a bit faster. And then our emerald block, which is almost instantaneous no matter how tall you get it. It's pretty intense. So the way that this works out is that the gold block is actually 4 times faster than the iron block, and the emerald block is 4 times faster than the gold block. So that's how you make an elevator here. That's actually because of our plugin called Lift. One of the other most important things that we have here is our ability to vote. So if you want to get free stuff, all you have to do, go to these different sites. For example, we'll go to this one, and you put in your username, so mine's Zaphara. You click that you're not a robot, and hit vote. That's it. So thank you for voting, and as soon as you get back in here, it'll add money to your account, which you can view with money. So I have 1,012,392 scales now, and it'll also add your reward, which was 2 diamonds and 4 steak. Now you get that from every single vote. That's the base amount. 100 scales, 2 diamonds, 4 steak. You can get lucky and get a lot more than that. So every single time that you vote, you can vote on every single website every day. So all 10 of those. So that gives you 20 diamonds minimum and 40 steak minimum. Just think about that. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so after that, so we've already went through elevators, we went through money, we went through voting. So there's all kinds of things you can do. You can teleport to people with the TPA command, so just put their name. Or if you want them to teleport to you, it would be TPA here, their name. Pretty simple, pretty easy. That's all stuff from Essentials. It's probably one of the most helpful plugins that we have. We have the ability to make shops in our shop world. So if you go to Warp Shop, here's all of our shop plots. Any one of these you can rent. All you have to do is right click on the sign that's connected to that plot, just like you would if you were in the spawn town. So for these, it's about $1,500 per month for your shop. Now with these, it's easy to set up a shop. Here's my shop. You just build your shop, and then if you want, you set up all of your chests, which I'll go ahead and do another tutorial for you. So I have this chest here, and I want to sell iron blocks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a sign above it, leave the first one blank. I want to sell 1 iron block per click. So this number, if you wanted to sell all 64 per click, they would sell an entire stack for how much you want it to be. So for this one, I'm just going to put 1. Now, for a purchase, you have to use B for buy, space, and I'm just going to put 100. So it's going to be 100 scales per iron block. And then down here, you can either put the Minecraft ID or iron block. Once you hit done, it'll autofill everything for you, and all someone has to do is right click on the sign. Oh, not me, because it opened mine up. But all you would have to do is right click on this sign, and it would purchase 1 iron block for you, and it would take 100 scales out of your account. Now if you want somebody to sell iron blocks to you, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. So do a buy and sell. So for, oh, you can leave that blank. So 1. Now the 1 in this case is going to be per click, so it's either buy or sell. It's only going to be 1 per click. We're going to put B 100, just like we did previously, put a colon, and let's say we want them to sell them to you for 50, space S. That way, if they right click it, they'll be purchasing one for 100. If they left click it, they'll sell one to you for 50. So you're going to pay them 50 to purchase an iron block from them. And then of course iron block on the last line. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, really easy. Now the easiest thing, so if you are building out in the middle of nowhere, you haven't gotten a region yet, which we can set up for you so you can claim an area, and you have your chest here. You don't want somebody to get into it, so all you have to do, right click it with a sign and hit done, and it will, if I had better lighting in here, it will put a private sign on it for you, that's lockette, so nobody but you can get into this chest now. You can add players to it by right clicking the sign and then following the prompt. So lockette, you want line 3, and then the name of the person. It'll add them to your sign. You can add multiple signs to your chest, but be careful. The more people you let into your chest, the more people can steal from you. We have ways to roll that back, but it's still easier just to make sure that you protect your stuff. So that's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You can sell anything and everything here in our shops. You can also use the /shop command. It'll open up our GUI shop where we have our god items, valuable items, eggs and spawners, that sort of thing. So you can go in here, you can get any kind of eggs. So if you find a spawner out in the wilderness somewhere, and you break it, it doesn't have to be a silk touch, you can break it with anything including your fist. It'll put one in your inventory. You just take an egg of your choice and right click on the spawner and it'll change its type to that type. So if you wanted, for example, we'll see our valuable items. You can buy or sell your ore, anything like that, and you can purchase god items. Now by that I mean, look at all the enchantments on that. That's 15,000 scales for a diamond helmet, but it has some hella awesome enchantments on it. Same with the chest plate, the leggings, everything. I do believe we put everything on here so that if you wore these, it would actually give you almost invincibility. You can also get this diamond sword, which is pretty awesome, for 45,000 scales. And you can get this bow, which has everything but the kitchen sink on it. Same with our tools. So if you wanted fortune, fortune or silk touch, we had those variations of everything. It's pretty awesome. And oh yeah, if you step into a shop area, it'll tell you who rents it. Then we have our server website. This is ZaphCraft.Net, as you can see up here. This is our home page. It's pretty simple but pretty easy to see. It also tells you our server IP, which is ZaphCraft.Online, which you can also find down here in our banner. This is directly to our donation store. We do restart our server at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day to prevent it from, becoming too clogged up with stuff. And if you're looking for a server of your own, we do have some discounts for you through our affiliate program with our server host. All you have to do is click here, it'll take you right to it. It's pretty cool. Now, of course, we have our rules on here as well. This is just for if people see it here versus if they see it on our server the first time. It's not a big deal. Our staff area is not just our staff area. If you want to look at it too, you can. It has a command list of just some things that you may want to know about. So here's all of the different commands that you can use, and then some. We have our MCMMO guide. Now this is the plugin that I was telling you about that turns Minecraft into an MMO for you. This completely goes through the entire MCMMO wikia and gives you access to everything. So if you want to see what kind of XP you're going to get from things, what levels, etc., your abilities, how to get there, this will tell you everything for every skill. It's pretty intense. It took a long time to do that. Now with our store, this will bring up our Minecraft Market store. We'll go ahead and look at our add-ons and upgrades. You have to put in your IGN. This is important. If you mess it up, you will not get your upgrades, your add-on, your donor status, nothing. Make sure this is identical to what you log into Minecraft with. So for example, mine is Zaphara, or it would be Jesser03 or Speedy_Jorid. You'd have to make sure it's identical to that. So I continue. Now here we have some cool stuff here. We have an MCMMO grinder upgrade. This will give you access to our MCMMO grinder world. Now what that looks like is this. You'll start out in our little spawn area. You'll have shops up here. You can purchase and sell various things depending on what you need. You'll also be able to get tools, etc. You're going to have a separate inventory here than you do on the normal world. You will not be able to teleport players here with you, so they'd have to purchase this upgrade as well. Now what you're going to do here is this is all available for training for your MMO skills. Here's all of our mining plots. So depending on what kind of XP you want to get, what kind of tools you have, that'll determine your mining plot. This is our agility arena. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my inventory. And I'm going to put myself into survival mode for you to demonstrate what this is going to look like. Now keep in mind I'm in a high level, so this might take me a while to level up, but for you every single time that you hit one of these, you're going to level up at least once. So you get a good running head start. Make sure you hit those pressure plates, and as soon as you fall, your acrobatics level will be increased until, of course, you level up. It's some really crazy insane. I'm level 125, and you can see how much that's giving me. So these are for training your repair and salvage. So what you do is you would diamond boots. We'll give myself. Go ahead and put those on. You'll stand on the cactus, and it'll grind down your armor. Then, to fix your armor, all you're going to do is you're going to have a diamond, and you're going to right click on the iron block with your boots. You'll take your diamond, it'll repair your boots. Now that'll give you XP in your repair skill, which I'm level 128 in. And yeah, this pretty much goes for everything in here. There's stuff for wood cutting, there's stuff for enchanting, there's stuff for this tower right here is all dedicated to nothing but alchemy. So this is all brewing. That over there is PvP if you want to PvP someone. There are mob spawners over here in that huge long building over there. That's all for our enchantments. There's herb lore stuff. There's all kinds of stuff here. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty awesome. Definitely worth the $30 upgrade because you can get some serious XP going here. So let's take a look at what else we have. In our market, we also have a creative world upgrade. This will give you access to our creative world. All you do is use a simple command once you get there, and voila. And of course our custom prefix. Now the prefix here, for example, when I say something like hello, I have my little owner tag here. This is the prefix. You can change this if you purchase the custom prefix to anything and everything you want. So all you'd have to do is PEX user your name, prefix, and the prefix that you want. It's that simple. You can do that as many times as you want. It's a permanent upgrade, so you don't have to worry about repurchasing that one. With our donor status, however, we have minimum donor, so it's $5. Now this little M says it's monthly, so this will give you 1 month of donor status for $5. The maximum donor is $15. It's also monthly, or you can get a permanent donor status for $40. It'll never go away. If something happens to it, we restore it. It's pretty simple. Or if you just really like our server, if you want to support us, you can add server support. You can add as many of those to your cart as you want in $5 increments. Pretty simple, pretty awesome. Gotta love it. Now our map, which I already have open here, it's a dynamic map of our entire server. So you can find a certain biome if you want it. For example, here's ice spires here and here. There are, your plains, your swampland, your savannas. Anything you want to find, you can find here. You can also drag your mouse over to this corner over here. It'll have a list of players, so if you want to zoom to a player, all you have to do is click, which of course I am in the middle of our shop world, I do believe, still. No, sorry, I'm CMO world, my bad. Or you can change your world, so if you hit this little down arrow, let's go through them all as well. Now, we have a few on here, for example, our creative world. This big red box here, that's a region that you won't be able to build anything in, so you have to get outside of that before you can build. Which you can turn off that by hitting this little button here, and then you can turn off the world guard selections, you can turn off world border, you can turn off markers or players. Our main world, however, is just world. And every single one of these little selections is somebody's home that they've protected. So you can click on it, it'll tell you who owns, like this is the region name and who owns it. If there's any members or any flags. So for example, like this one is our spawn area. There's no owners, there's no members, and here's all the flags that we have on it. Pretty awesome. And then finally, we have our Wikia and our media section. So our Wikia takes you to an external page again. This has all of our rules, all of our ranks, what's different inside all of them, everything, all of our plugins, what they do, what versions they are, etc. And then we have our media page. This has a link to our YouTube channel, which obviously you're already here. Just some of our favorite things that we put on here. All of our YouTube channel playlists are on here, so you can see who else has made videos of our server. You can listen to music that we like to listen to while we play. And sometimes it's always great if you want to see what kind of different things you want to do. For example, like this one's Secret Rooms in Minecraft. This is just a Minecraft 1.10 showcase. It's just different interesting things that are Minecraft related. All kinds of cool stuff. So, it's pretty amazing. And there's not a lot more that you can do. I mean, of course there is, but if I were to show you everything you can do on our server right now, we'd be here for days. So, the best way to do it is to come online, see what we have, and if you need any help, either I or one of my staff are usually online, and we'll help you out. Well, this was Zaphara, this is ZaphCraft, and we hope to see you here.